practice that he's been doing better this week than he was doing last week. Kentucky gives up, I think it's like 140 yards on the ground, so I don't expect too much rushing. But they do give up, I think, 260 yards passing. So if they have a weakness, it's right there. So pray that our wide receivers can catch the ball, and pray that we have a quarterback, God knows who, can throw the ball. And hopefully I feel like we're going to have to use the pass game to open up the rushing game, if that's possible. I know that's backwards, but for a game like this, we're going to need an air raid to beat Kentucky. I don't think it's going to be as close as everybody thinks. I think State does win. I've got them winning by double digits. I've got 31-21, and we'll talk about that later on in the pick 'em again. But like I said, I think State comes to play. It's afternoon game. We got busted in the mouth last year against Kentucky. This year we got busted in the mouth by Kansas State. Hopefully it's a wake-up call, and we handle business weekend. And hopefully the fans will also show up, but, we'll probably have 18 fans in the stand and whatever. So,
all right,
what you got?
Miss D, should we be worried about losing to Kentucky or Kensucky, as Stubbs calls them, for a second year in a row?
We sat at that Kentucky game last year in the rain amongst all the darn rednecks. They were horrible. They were horrible people. I think we can win. I'm optimistic. I'm the glass half full type person. Like you said, they don't have Benny anymore, thank God. He drove me nuts. They kept showing his picture on the screen, and I'm like, oh, please, enough. But they were very loud. I'll hope that we are going to be loud this week, because last week it was sad. The weather is supposed to be nice. I think the high in Starkville is supposed to be 88, which is 10 degrees lower than last week. So I think, and plus it's a 3 o'clock game. Hopefully everybody will get all their partying out and be on time and ready to play.
All right, Jay Clark. Should we be worried about Kentucky?
No, I don't want to be the party pooper. Excuse me.
Oh.
But from what I've seen, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm looking for Gary Schrader to start probably. I haven't heard anything. I mean, I haven't read any reports or anything. So, I don't know, man. If Gary Schrader starts, the offense will be limited in what they can do. And as y'all say, we're going to need an air raid offense to win. And imagine a freshman trying to run an air raid versus a SEC team. And, I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared about this one, actually, but, like, if they lose, I ain't going to get mad and trip. I used to do that when I was younger, especially like last week when they lost. I'd say about 7, 8, maybe 5 years ago. After Mississippi State lost, like, the rest of my day ruined. I'm just saying the rest of the day. But I got on up to what I had to do. But I hope they win. I hope, like I say, I hope. I would like for them to win, but from what I've seen, especially with their defense, man, them guys be missing tackles. I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared about this one.
All right. Now, piggyback off something you said, because I had this in this segment. That's the question to ask, but you said that you don't feel that Jomo's system is going to work. And after this loss to Kansas State, and even after the wins against U of L and USM, fans were rumbling. They were disappointed in our team's performance in wins, and definitely disappointed in our performance in this first loss. And some fans want Jomo gone. Miss D, what's up with that? Do you really feel like it's best to maybe go ahead and move away from Jomo after this year, regardless of the outcome? Or does he need more time to truly implement his system and win his way? Because we've been spoiled. Dan Mullen spoiled us. We got used to winning a certain way. With that, I hate to be saying that because I'm mad at Dan Mullen at the way he left. But he spoiled us. He built us into a winner. He took us to heights that we had never been before. And his replacement seems like he's going backwards. So, are you in the boat with fans that want Jomo fired, or do you feel like he deserves more time?
I'm in the boat that we should give him more time. He's gotten a slap in the face with the suspensions. I think, when you're planning your game plan, and you have, okay, I have this guy here, and then, we can't play now. What the heck do you do? I'm all for him to stay.
Jay, which side of the boat you in, or which boat you in? The fire Jomo boat, or give Jomo more time?
I'm not saying fire. Definitely not that. Yeah, we need to give him more time, but Jomo appears to be one of those system coaches. What I mean by system coaches is they live by their system, die by their system. They don't really adjust for the talent that they have, just like their system. Kind of like Kroom. Kroom was determined to run that West Coast offense. It's like Jomo is determined to run this, as I call it, this Penn State offense. Even though he don't have the pieces, he's determined to run it because we're weak at receiver, man. We're terrible at receiver. And he's determined to run this system, but I don't know. He's a system coach. I hope he make it, and they probably give him some more time. I say they wouldn't fire him this year. I say they would give him another year. But I would say the long gone are the days of giving coaches 5 years. Giving a coach 5 years, they lose their long. They would destroy your program for a long time. But yeah, I think they're gonna keep him.
All right, Jay Stubbs. Fire, keep.
All right. You can go either way on this one. The hard thing is we're 3 games in and you can't really decide. The problem is we're 2-1, but everybody feels like we're 0-3, and it's the end of the world. I don't know if Jomo's system's going to work here. I don't know if it works in SEC. It's kind of like Steve Spurrier's system worked at Florida. He tried it in the NFL and had no success. I mean, some things are built for the conference. Some things aren't built for the conference. I don't fire him this year. I mean, even if he won't lose every other game, even if he loses, if he goes under 500, you still got to keep him for another year. We've got to get the rest of the system players in there. We can't say, really, for him, you need a quarterback. We have his quarterback. We've got his future quarterback. I don't think that you need a system receiver or these tight ends. I believe they can adapt to that because you're running certain plays. The defense could be scary. We need to pick that up. But, again, we're young on that end. We knew that coming into the season. Then, again, like I said at the beginning of the show, we just don't have a dog. We don't have that it guy, that it factor that can step up and put the team on his back and carry them. So, and plus you don't want to pay Jomo and then go out and get another coach and got to pay him. And they feel like we can just go out and get anybody. I mean, I hate to tell you guys this, but we're Mississippi State. We don't just have this money sitting around to go out there and get a Nick Saban. Like, it's not going to happen. We just don't have the funds to pull that off. We hope we catch a diamond in the rough like we tried to catch with Jomo. I mean, if you look at all these other these other coaches that were hired, I mean, Jeremy Pruitt, we want to talk about him in Tennessee, how bad they are.
Him. Oh, no.
I mean, that was going to be terrible. You look at the Arkansas coach, he's in year 2.
He's terrible, too.
Don't want him either.
Trash.
He's terrible.
Matt Luke, trash.
Hell no. Don't make me curse.
Good and terrible.
Like, all these coaches that were brought in aren't even – like, Jomo's the best of the ones that were brought in. I hate to say that.
Hey, the SEC got a bunch of garbage coaches right now. Too,
we do. And it reminds me of basketball for this past decade when SEC was down. I hate to say this, but the SEC's down this year. I mean, there's Alabama, there's Georgia, and then there's everybody else. There's about 4 other teams that are good they're going to get 8-9 wins because they're going to beat up on all the worst teams or whatever. But the SEC is not the best conference this year. I hate to say that. I keep saying that, but
But the SEC get the same. But the SEC, they get the same players they've been getting the same couple of years. It's just the coaches this year. I mean, it's terrible. They got some garbage coaches.
I mean, like I said, so I'm going to give Joe Mo at least another year to get a couple of his players in. We're getting these great recruiting classes that are coming in.
Right.
Is it going to be? Are we going to be like the Tennessee where we get a top 20 recruiting class in every year, but yet we can't win 6 games? I mean, the one good thing Mullen could do is he found diamonds in the rough. Our recruiting classes were never highly recruited, but he found some 2- and 3-star players that played in his system, that can play ball, that are now playing NFL ball, that were, nobody's basically coming in there. So can we coach these players up? Do we have the assistant coaches to coach them up, to take them to the next level and win games here in the state?
All right. Now, we're going to move on to our pick 'em. Now, we're not going to go through the whole pick 'em, but we both went 5-3. The games we did pick, we picked the same games. So we both picked Penn State. We both picked Arizona State. That was a miracle for us, man. We both picked Iowa State, but Iowa won. We both picked Florida, and it was looking like we were going to lose that game until Felipe Franks broke his ankle. Thank you, Kyle Trask. We both picked Virginia. We both picked Colorado State. Chad Morris made us look like a loser. Of course, we both picked Alabama, and of course, we both picked our Bulldogs. So we went 5-3 this week. Now, we're ready to go for this week. Stubbs, and we're going to take y'all picks also, Miss D and and Jay Clark. Stubbs.
Okay, cool.
Tennessee at Florida. Who you got?
I'm taking the Gators. New quarterback. Tennessee's horrible. Double-digit win. Florida runs away with this one.
All right, Mr. Clark.
Gators.
Oh, Miss D, you picking the Gators?
I'm picking the Gators.
Jay Clark, who you got?
Man, I would pick a JV high school team versus Tennessee, so I definitely got the Gators.
All right, and I'm going to roll with the Gators also in a clean sweep. Michigan at Wisconsin. We're going to let Miss D go first.
Wisconsin, I guess.
All right, Jay
I
Clark.
don't watch those guys up there.
Harbaugh is overrated.
Okay,
Wisconsin it is.
Stubbs.
I'm picking the other conference with the other team of slow white boys, Wisconsin.
And that's another clean sweep because after Army almost beat Michigan, man, when Ohio State get a hold of Michigan, they're going to beat them like they stole something. All right,
Michigan.
California at the Rebels. The Rebels, y'all know who the Rebels is. So, Miss D, who you got? California or the Rebels?
The Rebels, is that what you're saying?
I'm calling them Rebels, like Rebels.
Rebels.
Like
Oh. Well, it always has to be against Ole Miss. Come on.
Right, Cal. See, Stubbs, even she knows. Mr. Clark.
Cal Bama, man.
Stubbs, are you going to roll with them Rebels again?
Ole Miss is favorite in this game. I don't know how they are.
I don't know.
Cal has a great defense, but a horrible offense. And they got to travel here and play an early game, so it's like 9 a.m.
You run them with the Rebels.
I don't want to give another game on you. I'm going to go California.
Another clean sweep. I'm rolling with Cal, too. No picking the Bears. Auburn at Texas A&M. Miss D.
Okay. You said Auburn?
Auburn at Texas A&M.
Oh, we got to go with A&M, of course.
All right. Mr. Clark.
Yeah.
can we call this the mediocrity bowl? Because both
Sure.
of these teams swear that. Because both of
Just
these
give me a
teams
pick.
swear that. They both swear to Alabama, but they average. I'm going